hypothetical. Would you rather be the only Democrat in a world full of Republicans or the only man in a world full of apes? I'll take the apes. I would rather get poo flung at me. Well, actually, that would happen either way. So, speaking of horrible things, recently Easter passed. That's not the horrible thing. But I was in Target, I think it was, and I was looking through the Easter stuff that they had on sale. And they had these baskets shaped like a bunny. And the back cut out of it, and that's where you put your candy. And a little handle. And I looked at it and went, well, it's kind of morbid. Well, like cutting the spinal cord out of a bunny and shoving your candy in it. So I came up with an idea. I'm going to make one that's a donkey. But I'm going to cut the hole out of the back. That's where you put your candy. I'm going to carry it around to small elementary schools and things, and I'm going to fill it full of candy. I'm just going to walk around and, hey kid, stick your hand in my ass and get some candy. So I think that'll be great. And you know what? They can't arrest me. So if they try, they're like, look, I got candy in my ass. Which would be great. I might make it on cops. Like, candy in my ass. Really, I got Jolly Ranchers and Starburst and lots of things to suck on in here. I've got so much shit shoved up my ass you would not believe it. You know how much shit I can fit in my ass? Give me a hand. I bet you can fit your hand in my ass. I think that would make for a great episode of Cops. Might be on Springer for it. He'd have me on there. So you'd say that you had a cop shove his hand up your ass. Well, yes, yes, Jerry, it happened to me. Want to see my ass? So, speaking of things that might happen to me, and actually have, I would like to end with some stories. Last time I did some stories and they went over well. I've been told I'm a great storyteller. And due to Hickson's request, because he's not here, I'm going to revisit a story I did last time. I was at Austin's birthday party 1 year, and so was Hickson. Now, for those of you who don't know Hickson, you in there, in the camera. I will describe him because he's not here. It works both ways. One, because he's not here so you can't see him, and two, so he can't kick my ass. Now, Hickson, as I say kick my ass, it would never happen because he is a pacifist. Such a pacifist that he didn't even kick in his mother's womb. Now, he's short and kind of bulky. The kind of dude you would envision carrying a battle axe. He's just got that stoic kind of build. Like, if Cartman grew up and worked out, he's that kind of like, hey, son of a bitch, guys. I don't know what I'm doing to Cartman. He'll kill me for it, but that's who he is. Now, there was another guy at Austin's birthday party. Well, there were many. But in this story, it involves one other gentleman, if you can call him that. His name's Ivan. Now, to describe Ivan to you, you have to envision me about 2 inches shorter. Now, if you made me 2 inches shorter, like you took a sledgehammer, hit me on the top of the head until I kind of went down about 2 inches and just expanded. Then combine that, have sex with this mini me that was made with a guy who is absolutely obsessed with the military. Wears camo all the time, talks about it, never has been in, but just talks about it. It's the greatest thing ever. You mesh those two together. You get this fat slob that is a complete idiot and just is obsessed with the military. He could not make it through like the first 10 seconds of any of their boot camps, but he thinks he can. Like, I think he might wear dog tags now anymore. And he's just like, God damn it, I love the military. Choose a gay brand. Good, and he's obsessed with guns. He's one of those guys, well, if I had a Mac 10, 55, 74, I could shoot that guy from here. I'm like, I have actually fired some significant guns. I don't even know what they're called. I'm pretty sure I fired an AK-47 before. I don't brag about it. This man has never touched a gun in his life. So he's a Republican. Could you have guessed? Like, oh, my damn black guy. That's his motto. So he was there, and he, I guess, was having a not so good day. He tried to get into it with me. Now, this is a man who would probably take one punch from me, and then he'd be done. I'm not saying I'm a great fighter. I've never been in a fight in my life. But with him, it would be no problem. So, at one point, everybody was throwing ice cubes at people. Now, that's all fine and dandy. Throw a little ice cube. Oh, it hit me. Ha, 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 ha. That's funny. I'm throwing back at you. I never understood it. It's what they do, the kid these days. So Ivan, being the genius that he is, picks up a chunk of ice and throws it at one of our friends. Busts him in the lip, and his lip is bleeding. It's nothing significant. It didn't bust a tooth out. And in our group of friends, we like to rag on each other, as most do. So I was like, way to go, homo. I was like, you hit him in the mouth and made him bleed. What a friend. He's like, shut up, man. I was like, what are you going to do, fatty? And the great thing is at the time, he was fatter. I was fatter than he is. But I, in my own twisted view of myself, carry it better. And so I love to rag on him for being fat. And if anybody's got the right to, it's me. I was like, what do you say, fatty? He was like, don't make me go down there. I was like, you won't waste the energy. So at this point, Austin's like, oh, guys, all right, stop it. So I'm like, all right, fine. I was just fucking with him anyway. I knew he wasn't going to do shit. So I guess he had a bad day. So we all get settled down. It's nighttime. We have a campfire going, and everybody's sitting by the fire. And everybody's kind of switching seats, you know. He's going over here to talk to her. She's going over there to talk to him. Well, he went up to feed his face for the 55th time. Presumably because that's as many hot dogs as there was. So he ate them all. So he goes up. He's getting himself something to drink. And Hickson comes over and sits in his seat, at the time, and talks to the person that's next to him. Ivan comes back and is like, yeah, my seat, dude. And Hickson's like, hold on a second, let me finish up my conversation. Now, as I said before, everybody has choices. His choices were, all right, fine. I'll give you a minute, let you finish your conversation. Or, oh, well, you got up from another chair to sit over here, so there must be a free chair somewhere. I'll go sit in that one. Or the third one, which he opted to do, grab the legs and yank it out from under Hickson. So he does it. Now I'm sitting across the fire and watching this. And apparently everyone else was, because as soon as his ass hit the ground, it was like a wave of silence. He shot out of his ass. And everybody was like, oh. Now me, who's always wanted to see Hickson punch the fuck out of somebody, was like, it's gonna happen! And so he gets up and he stands nose to nose as well as Hickson can with Ivan, because Ivan was significantly taller than me. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna fucking happen, here it comes. I think I was the only one smiling at this point.